And it's the Warriors to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. And it's Curry in at the 1.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. 2. Down low. And finished off by Bogut.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, a moment ago, Steve Kerr and I were able to chat. He said that if they wanted to double their wins against them, they'll have to be just as sharp as they were in their first meeting, saying, we can't get sloppy now and expect to win. We have to be just as judicious with what shots we take as we were the first time around. We'll see if they can replicate that, guys.
Thank you, Doris. So do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high-quality chances.
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
And the Warriors with possession here after New York gets the 3. Anthony against Thompson. Anthony left side. And is back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. 5th on the list, Klay Thompson.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Here's Calderon following the basket by Stephen Curry. From deep a Flalo. It's hauled in by Bogut. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Kept alive. Back to Curry. It's Thompson off the drive, and it's sent back by Lopez. Now Calderon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Anthony up on top, covered by Bogut. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. Anthony's shot is off.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Calderon kicks to a Flalo. Back to Calderon. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Green. Porzingis passes to Calderon. From 13, from about 19 feet. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
Here's Curry. It's blocked. Deflects the pass. Calderon with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. There's 1:38 left to play in the first. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Serafini's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Langston Galloway's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Now here's Green. Excellent D there from Williams. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship. And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
Now here's Anthony. 33 points last game. 41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And Green. Gets it to go.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Wizards.
You know, but they were able to hang in there for most of that game. But at the end, you know, when it matters most in terms of what I call winning time, they just could not make the plays on either end of the floor.
Yeah, I like that term, winning time. But as you said, they didn't get run over, but just couldn't convert when they needed to in the end.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 16 seconds left in the first. Here is Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Green, the screen. Here's Spates. Williams with the block, and he gets it back. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry. You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala, the three, with Barnes, the stretch four. Curry is out there with Barbosa, and it's Spates in at the pivot, manning the middle. Here's Galloway. 14 points from him the last game against Washington. Vujacic dishes to O'Quinn. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Knicks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
The Knicks making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Curry kicks to Barnes. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Galloway, guarded by Curry. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got 4 points this quarter.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Follow against Barbosa. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Stephen Curry.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Vujacic the pass to Afflalo. Here's Vujacic. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's O'Quinn. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
O'Quinn can't hit.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
It's deflected. They retain possession. The Knicks leading by 4. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Galloway. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Nice shot by Vujacic.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Here's Barnes. The shot misses. So New York will take it the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Here's Porzingis. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.